Hi everyone, it's Cindy. I'm here today with Tuesday 10 again. It's Tuesday. Where's my brain? I still have my beautiful wearing off manicure from my daughter. And the things that I want to do today are a little bit different than your normal Tuesday 10, but it's the same kind of thing. So I have an overabundance of large things in my studio that I've been wanting to use up. These are all the kind of big pieces of packaging that I stuff in this box under my desk that I often use for backing things or whatnot, but it's a little excessive this week and I need to go. So we're going to start with 5 paper kind of things, right? So I think it might even just be 4. Yeah, so 1 and 2 are these paper bags. They're gift bags. 3 is this large grocery bag. And 4 is this Amazon envelope, or I think it's an Amazon envelope. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it is. So yeah, I have already done a couple things. So what I want to make with all 4 of these are covers, journal covers. And then I'm also, as part of this kind of use it up concept, wanting to go into my giant bank of digitals that I have. And once I've made the covers, I want to sort of select digitals that are going to go in them to make probably single or maybe 2 signature journals. So that's where I am with today's project. Now, I just stuck these 2 on beforehand just to cover up any private information on this envelope. But yeah, so my method today that I'm going to use to cover these envelopes, it's going to be pretty simplistic. So we're just going to have a relaxed fabric collage kind of video. That's the plan. So what I'm using to attach these is actually just my glue stick. Then I'm going to be going over them and I'm going to be stitching around the border of everything that I'm putting on here. So yeah, that's the plan for the day. And I'm actually really excited because it's very, very relaxing, and I'm totally in need of a bit of relaxing because it has just been a very long day. I wasn't even sure if I was going to get to make a Tuesday 10 video just because I was so busy, but we made it. Okay, so this is like not the right colors for this, so we'll set that aside. This might be nice. Yeah, this bit of plaid, more blue. Yeah, so I've just been kind of busy. I have a lot of things going on with work and the kiddos. Okay. I've also been trying to work on, I've got some new digitals in the shop, and I'm going to have even more new digitals coming from amazing vintage stuff that I've gotten, and I really want to share them because I've had a lot of people ask me for, you know, scans of things that like are really old because they don't have access to that kind of thing, so I'm working on it. I'm doing my best. Maybe a little bit of pink would be cool. Yeah, I had a pretty productive weekend. I actually have started another new journal, and I even have completed another journal, and I've been spinning yarn, and the weekend was kind of rainy and cool, so yeah, hopefully that beautiful weather comes along soon. We had a really nice day though. Yesterday we went for a really nice walk and I saw the cutest little baby squirrel. It was the sweetest thing ever. So I definitely spent a bit of time baby talking at that squirrel because it was adorable. Okay. Alright, this side just needs a little something over here. I do have more of that, but I think that would be too... Yeah, actually, I don't know. I kind of like it there. Let's do that. Yeah, this is just really nice fabric, so let's actually do that. Because I think after I put all the blocks on and I've stitched, I'm probably going to add a bit of lace, maybe too. I'm just getting a base down, and then I'll probably add a few accents on top. It's a bit of navy. Oh, that's got some pattern on the back. Cool. Okay. So I didn't do any like thrifting over the weekend, but I did do some antiquing. And I got some nice antique stuff that I'll probably share in a little haul video or something. My husband is assembling a roof rack for our car. Because that's something that we've been meaning to accomplish for quite some time. And then finally he just he purchased a piano or something that he wants to go pick up, and it's going to be really interesting to try to fit it in the car. It would be okay if he just went by himself to go get it, but there's a place that I want to go where he's picking up his piano, and so I said, well, that's no fun. I want to go with you. But he was like, well, okay. And then we ended up just accomplishing something we've been wanting to accomplish for a while, which is good. Okay, I've got some of this. I'd love to use more of this up. Okay. Maybe there. I'm thinking that tonight I'm just going to we're having the dinner is in the slow cooker, so that will be done soon. We're making just a pulled pork dinner, and then I'm going to probably try to work on spinning some yarn because that needs to get done for sure. And then I also I started the scouring of some fabric today for mordanting, so I've got to get that kind of set aside and start organizing it in different piles for how I want to morden it. I have a bunch of soy milk in the fridge that I need to use to mordant it with, so I want to get going on that. It's a little thick, a little bit wide still. I think I will need a new glue stick. And we have a piece of wool stuck to this one. I'm just going to use up the ugly bit left over for this. Sorry for those of you who hate my dirty fingers, but it's just going to happen because, you know, it's my channel and I'm just I'm just messy. It just happens that way. I'm like a 5-year-old. I can't help myself. All right. I also managed to avoid the temptation to go to a crafty yard sale that was advertised and a bunch of people told me about, and I was like, I don't need it. I don't need it. So I was like, I don't need to go. And I'm really glad I didn't. I'm sort of like, I just want to use stuff up. That's how I feel right now. I go through this whole, like, I don't know if it's spring or what it is, but I just want to, like, use things up and renew, and I don't know. I've got this whole idea for a video about this topic, kind of, and I don't know if I'll make it or if I should just talk a little bit about it now, but it's just kind of about, like, the value of things. And I'm going to put it in the context, I think, of junk journals and why they cost what they do and whatnot. But yeah, I've been thinking a lot about the value of things and trying to, like, just not accumulate too much stuff. And keep in mind that one of my goals with this junk journaling is actually to use up stuff that I have, because I have a bevy of treasures, and it's a good thing to, like, I think I feel more inspired when I've used up a lot of stuff, or it's like when you make a journal and, you know, if it sits around for a long time, excuse me, you know, it can make you kind of be like, huh, you know, I didn't hit the button with that one, but that's okay. Like, I don't really pay too much attention to that kind of thing. I'm not the kind of YouTuber where, like, as soon as I make something, it's gone every single time. Like, a lot of the time it does go pretty quickly, but other things don't. And there's this whole, you know, thing about value and how much time we spend on things. And I've been in the business of selling my art for probably, well, I would say a minimum of 22 years. So, yeah, I know a little bit about how to price things and how to kind of make sure that I'm paying myself a little bit. And I still endure the same struggles, I think, of every artist, where, like, you don't want things to sit around because staleness can make you overall feel really stale. And yeah, it's a bit of a balance. I think I won't talk a lot about it though, because I do have an idea for a video that I'd like to just do a deep dive on that concept. But if you have questions that you'd like to ask me around, like, you know, selling your art or junk journals or those kind of things, I'm definitely happy to give you my perspective, because that's what I'm planning to talk a little bit about. Okay, so we've covered both sides here. Now, I think I want to probably first, I will stitch this, and then I'll add some embellishment to it afterward. So if you just give me, well, you will give me a moment, because it's only going to be a second for you. Okay, so this one has been stitched around front and back, and I've trimmed off most of the threads here. There's still a little bit hanging about, but not too bad. So one down, then we'll just have to decide what will be the inside and the outside. I'm tempted to make that the outside, but we'll see. Then I'll just clean a little of the fabric on the edge up a little bit. Okay, one down. I'm going to move on to the next one, which is the big paper bag. The big paper bag. And I think I'm just going to cover it like this and try to decide, do I want to make this big of a journal, or do I want to change the size in any way? Do I want to create a spine? Maybe. Yeah, I think I do want to create a spine. So there's like a natural line right here. So I think I will just, I'm going to run a stitch around the bag before I cover it in fabric. So I'll go do that. I'm going to stitch all the way around here. And then, let's see, is this the right... Yeah, if I made that the spine, then one of these, this one, needs to get trimmed a bit. So I'm actually just going to go ahead and do that right now before I stitch. Okay. Yeah. So then this will be the spine here. Okay, I will stitch and come back. Okay, so this has been all stitched around, and I just stitched down the spine I created as well. And I'll just trim off all these. Not terribly important, but they just get in my way a little bit. Okay, that's good. I'm half tempted to, like, cover this in paper, but I think I definitely want to keep going with the fabric. All right. I do have this, like, super pretty bit here. She would be really cool on a journal cover, I think. I Yeah. I'll have to give it some thought. I'll do a background first. Alright, so okay, sorry. I know I look a little wild with my scissors there. I just they just kind of got stuck on the thread. Oh, and I need a new booster. Hold on. Okay. Alright, let's start at the top with this fabric, I think. Yeah. We'll just go all the way across the top. Okay. Just looking in my fabric here. Give me 1 minute. Maybe. Some leftover gold. That's kind of ratty though. Some linen, white linen. This is feeling like a very pastel-y project. Oh, this is nice. Yeah, this would be great. You know what I'm almost thinking? Sorry to stress you out, people. Change your plans. Change your plans. Sorry. We're changing up the plan. Okay. Alright. Just get this kind of liberally covered. Now, it's a worthwhile plan change because this is awesome. Okay, and I want to somewhat center it. Give it a tug, tug, tug here. And just okay. Good, good, good. Yeah, I just love this embroidery. I think it's too beautiful not to use. Okay, now flip it over here. We'll see if we can cover the back too. So this piece comes to here. Good. Yeah, we'll be good. Just cover this again. Okay, and we will come up. Alright, and then this might be a bit tricky. Oh, we have just enough. Yes! Look at that, just enough. This is a very tattered old piece of cotton. Just gonna tear off the excess here. They're so nice and straight. It's beautiful. Okay, snip that off. I still have a little bit of embroidery left here too. A couple more pieces on that end. So let's just straighten this out. That could even be a pocket if I wanted it to be. Right, let's just trim this side off as well a little bit. Wish everything tore as amazing as this does. Wow, gorgeous. Okay. Give it a little tug. Just tug, tug, and press. This side as well. All right. There we go. All right, I'm going to go stitch this. I'll be right back. Okay, I have stitched all around the edge. I didn't stitch on the spine. I'm not sure if I'm going to or not. And I'm also going to try to make a pocket here maybe. But I'm only going to glue it on. I'm not going to stitch it, I think. I need to give this a minute. I need to glue down this little bit of a flap. The reason I don't want to stitch it is I don't want to get more stitches on the outside of the piece. I want to keep that like really beautiful linen all intact as it is. That turned out so pretty. I'm really happy with this one. Okay. And then I'm trying to decide if I want to trim these off because I sometimes leave a little excess on my fabric books because you can use it as like a flap to kind of protect the pages. So I may leave this one alone until I make the actual journal, and then I'll decide from there. My glue bottle is almost empty. Is it going to come out? Let's see if we can unclog it. I haven't used this today. And I also need to replace this bottle because it's pretty much, I think, done. It's had its time. It doesn't want to do its job anymore, like many of us. Okay. Let's put a little bit of glue all along the inside edge here. Okay, not too much. Okay. There we go. So I think I'm going to call that one done for now, for this stage. Because it's going to take making the journal to know what else I want to do with this. So look for this in a future project. Okay, let's set that one aside. 2 down. Now these bags. Okay, so I want to do the same thing with them. So first I want to take the handle out. I don't need the handle. This is a good way to use up all of your bags that you get during holidays and stuff, is to just do this with them. Put a little bit of glue in there, and that'll keep that down a bit for me. On this side, you can also like pull and cut this off and cut it open, but I don't really see any reason to. It doesn't really bother me. It's not super thick. So I'm just going to glue it down. Okay. We might as well do the same thing to this one while we're at it, right? Okay, so I'll set that one aside. Now for this, I don't think I'm going to do a spine. I'm just going to do a single signature journal with this. So now to find fabric. This is really pretty. I've been thinking about using these on a journal for a long time. This would be a nice journal. Green. Another thing that I've had hanging around for a while. But I don't know if I want to use it for this project. I might want to use this for something a little different. I'm not sure. Yeah, I feel like it may not be the best use for this. Nope. However, this, on the other hand, might be perfect. Yeah. Okay. We have enough of a flap here. Let me just cut the top off so I can unravel this. Sorry, I know some of this is hard to see because it's like off camera. It's really hard to get a big piece of fabric on camera here. I'm just trying to assess if I have enough of this sari to cover the whole journal. I think I do. There we go. Yep, I do. Okay. But the next question is, should I use, I might just use it to cover the front because it's just so beautiful. I don't want to waste the any on the inside. So let's put this over here for a minute. And also, do I want to use the bottom? I think I do. So yeah, let's do that again. And the side is the same. Okay, good. So yeah, we'll use one fabric on the outside and one on the inside, just because I don't want to waste this beautiful sari. So we will line it up here like that. Okay, there we go. Oops. There we go. I think I will use a bit of Fabri-Tac to just attach that on maybe, although glue stick will probably be fine. I like to use glue stick because it's not as wet when I'm trying to do my stitching. I don't have to wait as long for it to dry. Okay, there we go. Put that on here. Now I need something to go on the inside. That's too see-through. So is that. What would this color look like? I don't know. Maybe? I'm going to put that in the maybe pile. I also have this, which is the back. Actually, yeah, that's perfect. That's the back of the sari. Let's do that. Okay. Lay this down. Right side is this side. Okay. There we go. What's the trim look like? It's the same. All right. I'm not going to put the trim on because I don't want it to be too thick around the edges. So we'll do this instead. I'm just going to start by cutting the edge that you probably can't see, but that's okay. Because I'll be back in frame in 2 seconds here. Okay. I'll flip this over. Oops, I'm using the glue stick that still has the lid on. Okay, sorry about that. Had to take a quick phone call, and I thought while I was on the phone I would just get to the next stage here. So added the fabric at the back, and I've done the stitching around. So now I just want to go from the front and just kind of even out the backing fabric a little bit with the front fabric. I should do this with my rotary cutter, but I'm not going to, because then I would have to get my mat, and I don't want to because I'm lazy today. All right. I'll just go to this corner here. Let's get that a little bit off. And down here. this side we can trim a little. Put all these scraps in my little scrappy bin for making scrappy covers. Okay. This side, do I want to trim a little more? No, I think it's good actually. Okay. All right, and then yeah, we'll put some kind of a topper on this, or some kind of a tie or something, but we have a really beautiful base for a journal. So, one more to go. We have the blue one. I was thinking, I've got this pillowcase. It's like, it's silk, and I was thinking I would put this inside the pillowcase and just get it right up into the corner here. There we go. And then pull this over. Okay, and then I'll just actually stitch it right inside the pillowcase and go around all 4 edges. So I'll do that and come right back. Okay guys, the strangest thing ever happened with my sewing machine, but it's really neat. Oh my god, I've never seen this before. So yeah, the thread, I don't know if it hates the silk, but it went a little crazy. But I'm actually kind of excited. It did it on this side because I switched sides, so we're going to have to do something a little creative with this to make it look normal. So first I'm just going to go ahead and cut around it and get the excess off. This is so weird. If anyone knows what the heck causes that to happen, I'd be interested. I, in all my years of sewing, have never experienced this before. And then I had this idea, like I was thinking I would put this on here maybe, but maybe not. It doesn't really go. So I think I'm gonna try to do a little more stitching on this and see if I can't sort it out. So give me a minute. Okay. I don't know what was going on there, but it's resolved now. Whatever the problem was, I have no idea. So I actually just intentionally did it around the 4th edge of this because it only had it on 3 because I had flipped it to stitch the other side. So now it is on most of the sides. So it's super weird. Yes, I know, but I'm probably going to do something more with this actually. Involving hand stitching to just make it even more interesting, because that's actually really cool. So bear with me. I know it's a little weird. I don't know why that happened. It happened a little bit more on some paper. I think it's because I had put a metal bobbin in my machine, which it actually doesn't take a metal bobbin. It uses a plastic one. So if you have any insight on why this wackiness happened, I'd be really interested to understand it. It seems to be okay now, but that was super weird. The thread that was making all these loops was actually not the bobbin thread, it was the sewing thread. So I really don't know what would have caused that. Yeah, so that's my stitch mystery for the day, but I am happy that I got this cover done. Well, not done, it's definitely going to need a lot more. They almost all will. So what did we do today? Okay, weird Tuesday 10, I admit it, but I really wanted to use these. So we have 4 almost done covers. Oh, where's number 4? Right there. So they're not completely done. I definitely want to do a lot more with them than what I've done here. But yeah, that's my Tuesday 10 for today. We made 4 covers that I will continue to work with, but they're a really good start, and it cleans up a lot of, you know, plastic, or not plastic, but paper bags that were just kind of out of control. Now I can put them away in my cover box and start to think about what I want to do with these. I think I'm most happy with the white one, to be honest. I think it's the coolest of all of them just because of this beautiful embroidery. That one's clearly a weirdo. This one's beautiful too. I really love this cover. I'm going to have to think about what to do with it. I'm going to add more stitching around the edges, and I'm going to do some other things with it. But that is today. So thank you for joining me again for Tuesday 10. I will be back again with another creative video, and I hope you have a great day. Bye for now.